All right, guys, welcome back to episode 12 of Too Much Thought. We're like 3 months into this now.
Getting deep.
Guess what happened yesterday now, and honestly. So football for the NFL just started.
It did, son.
You mean the best day?
The best league in America.
Is that the whole best day of your year?
Best day of the year. Fuck my birthday.
What about your mom's birthday?
That's pretty important, right?
You're going to say it. You ain't going to say it.
Don't do it. Don't
She
broadcast
watches
this. Don't broadcast this.
Football. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
He stuck by his guns, you guys. All right. But yeah, yesterday was a big day. It was the first Sunday of NFL football. Dude, it was a crazy
We went all
day.
out. We went all out.
We had a tailgate
Man,
in the
yeah.
apartment.
We got
seemed
the
like it.
projector up. Boy over here ordered 100 wings,
100.
a couple boxes of chili cheese fries.
You know how we do.
We was
Gotta set it
grubbing.
off.
We had to celebrate.
I'm surprised we didn't get a complaint.
I don't know how we didn't.
Like a noise
How many,
complaint?
dude?
Yeah, we were screaming for 8 hours. I was literally hoarse when I went to bed. I was literally talking like, guys.
Like, you put your whole body into it. I had never watched you watch a
starts
football
flexing,
game.
Well, that's because them
He was on the ground at one point.
Them
He was jumping
He's
at
just
one
flailing
point.
on the ground.
Steelers.
That was a tight game. That
Oh.
was so much suspense.
It was the craziest game. It's not even that good. It was just like, wow, nobody wants to fucking win.
It
this
was
game.
like, who is the shittier team?
Can somebody
Yeah,
make a
yeah.
field goal, please?
oh
Can we-
yeah, who's the cheater team? We just beat
Well, we found out the Bengals.
the Super Bowl runner-ups, Steelers.
They were the runner-ups for a reason, man.
Yeah, right. Second best team in the league, apparently last year. Come out there. Ben Roethlisberger done retired. Najee Harris got hurt. T.J. Watt got hurt.
Dude, now that you say that, it was kind of weird watching a Steelers game and Big Ben wasn't the quarterback. Like, my entire life,
we'd have blew them out.
say that.
We'd have blew them out.
Yeah, I remember being yay high watching Roethlisberger just
Yeah,
swing it
that-
down the field.
It's crazy.
That name like sticks with you too, because you're like Ben Roethlisberger. That's what it fucking sounds
He
like.
didn't do what every quarterback today's doing, where you're switching teams every 3 years. You got to buy a new jersey.
Because nobody really wanted him besides the Steeler Nation. We knew how to use them. Shout out
That
Coach
big
T.
body.
That big.
Fair
We just run him over for
Fair
a little
enough.
bit.
I won't argue.
it was a wild
What
week,
was
though, man.
Obviously that was my favorite game. What was you guys' favorite game that we watched? I see you're representing
What's he representing?
the Browns.
I ain't no Browns fan, man. I'm a Carolina boy. You know,
Yeah.
that hurt my heart. But
That hurt bad.
Hey, my boy Baker, he was shaking bacon, bro. I don't care.
Yeah. It seemed like the only person that could kick a field goal
Was the Browns kicker?
was the
Was
Browns
that first year picker?
Yeah, their rookie kicker.
Yeah. Just what I think they drafted him in like the 4th round or something too.
He sunk a
Just come out there,
58-yard
won it.
field goal.
Yeah, that was. I was upset about that, and I don't even
Was
like
too.
the Panthers.
It was a while. Like, I don't care who you are, whether you like football or not. People in America, bro, you know good and damn well. Like, NFL starts, like, it's a different type of vibe. Like, in our environment,
It's a new season.
everybody's got a team, whether they watch it or not. Everybody's talking trash.
Yeah,
You know,
you ain't heard nothing all year. As soon as the game starts, you're like, oh, that's who you like.
because like I like
Oh,
the NBA
okay.
too, but it's like there's rarely like NBA finals are going on. I'm going to work. Like, yo, did y'all see the game? They're like, no.
No,
Yeah, seriously though, bro. Like,
that's why the NFL preseason gets more views than like
It's
the
crazy.
NBA finals.
Because it's on Sunday.
it's so short of a
Nah,
season.
it's
I feel
because
like.
it's just because what I think it is NBA, right? When you get the playoffs or their game
well,
schedule.
The playoffs is what they watch more.
Well, I know, but it's going back to the game schedule. There's a lot of games, so this game's not that important. You turn on a football game, that one's important.
Yeah,
That one matters.
Every single one
Okay.
matters in football.
I see what you mean.
And it's kind of crazy to think, like, okay, yeah, there's a Canadian football league and this and that, but really, football, bro, as we know it, where you're out there slinging the pigskin, that's an American thing, bro. That's about as American as it gets right there.
You know, it's actually not pigskin.
It used to be.
It used to be back in
Maybe
the day.
way back.
It's
in
like
the day.
pleather
Back in the
now.
Yeah, unless
plastic,
Tom
though.
Brady gets it.
It was a
Then
crazy.
it's just deflated. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
He's always cheating.
Nah.
it looked like he cheated last night. Because I tell you what, that was the most underwhelming game I watched.
It was. Dude,
I did miss that game.
Dallas Cowboys to me, like, I don't hate the Cowboys, but it's their fan base that does it for me. No
Yeah.
matter where you go, you're gonna see. You could live in any state in America.
You'll find a Cowboy.
There's
fan.
Cowboy fans everywhere, and they all think, "Well, this is our year." You know what I mean? It's not even just like a.
Ain't won a playoff game since the 90s.
Even you're
Or
like a
this-
Steelers fan. You're like, okay, I know we're not gonna win the Super Bowl this year. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Week 1 in Dallas. This isn't your year.
No, it never is their year.
This isn't your.
So,
Don't say it.
Fuck y'all.
If this was '94, maybe.
You know, Troy Aikman coming out there, maybe they have a little bit of chance. For me, it seemed like in week 1, all these games were. You take away the Kansas City game, you take away the Buffalo Bills game. It seemed like they were super close.
Yeah.
There were a lot of overtime games and games that went down to the wire. Like you look at Atlanta and New Orleans.
Over the wire, dude.
Yeah.
So many overtime games.
I know it's ridiculous. Like we were watching it. Atlanta seemed like, oh, this is easy win. Well, you know how Atlanta is, but easy win. And then we look back. Oh no, New Orleans just kicked the field goal. They just beat them. They just
Yeah.
beat them. Like dang. And then you got the Colts in Houston.
Tied.
Overtime.
That should have been an easy game for the Colts.
You would think.
You know, and they go out
Makes
there
you
and
worry
tie it.
about them from like games coming on because if they struggled against Houston,
That's pretty rough.
Yeah,
Because
it is.
everybody's considering that like the worst team in the league.
Yeah. Well, what gets me is the AFC South, right? You got the Tennessee Titans, you got the Houston Texans, you got the Jaguars, and you got the Colts. Nobody from that division won a game. That is the worst division of football. 2 of them tied because they were playing each other. The other teams lost.
That's
watch Houston
pretty
make it to the
shitty.
playoffs.
That's
Hey,
wild.
I'll jump on Davis Mills's back.
I'm about to pick him up in fantasy anyways.
Hey, you know that boy's from Stanford.
Oh,
Drafted
he's a
in
smart boy out there
4th,
slinging
5th
around.
round. He's a poor man's Andrew Luck.
Rich man's Andrew Luck. He's done more than Andrew Luck.
Well,
He's more
what-
luck
what-
than Andrew Luck.
What Andrew win? Like one playoff game
What
his whole career?
blasphemy is this?
I always heard about how great he was.
He
but
was.
Never saw him do shit.
But they didn't have an offensive line. He literally ruptured his spleen because his rib broke
he
off
should have had a
and
tougher
punctured
spleen,
it.
bro.
Or they could have had a tougher offensive line.
This is football. You gotta
Who
have a
still
tough
has their
spleen.
spleen in them, man? Take that thing out. You don't need it. Make you lighter. Take it out.
I always wonder how Andrew Luck got into Stafford because he'd always be like,
Stanford.
yeah, Stanford. He'd always just, I don't know, bro. He just seemed fucking stupid. Like
Wait.
you watch him talk, you're like, that dude is a dumbass.
Well, all you see is him go.
No, I'm talking about interviews. You're like, well,
He's a, I think he's a mouth breather. I think he's on the spectrum. Whatever range, y'all can dictate
Hunter's
that.
coming for some people.
he
today.
is. He is. If you breathe out of your mouth,
I'm
you're
on a
a
mission.
fucking dumbass.
And they're gonna be clipping me.
But I'm saying this in week 1, and I'm always been number 1 has always been Steelers. Number 2 has always been the Panthers. But I'm saying this week 1 of the 2021-22 season, I've got the Vikings.
Oh yeah, the Vikings are raw, dude.
I'm behind those guys this season.
They got a squad, man.
I don't know. I like Kirk Cousins. He's gonna have a good year. Justin Jefferson, top
great
three,
year.
top 3 wide receiver in the league.
Yep.
Top one.
But they played a hippie as a quarterback that has no anybody else around them. Their defenses looked abysmal. It was Green Bay's
A far stretch from a great team.
the Detroit Lions seemed like more a complete team than Green Bay did.
oh no!
Hell,
For the first time in how many years?
yeah. I mean, the Detroit Lions might beat them because they play them twice in the division. They might beat them twice the way it looked. Because the Eagles, how you want to take it, have a complete team. They went to the playoffs last year. They got a better team. Look, they're going to steamroll. Green Bay might. It's just
It's not their year.
for me. It's Aaron Rodgers. I feel like it's him, and they
How
just
old
don't
is
have
he
the
now?
team.
I'll look it up.
like 38.
36.
like 38.
I don't know. I see a lot of gray in his beard. You might be
He's
right.
getting up there in age, brother.
I can't spell it right.
But dude, Aaron Rodgers is, I don't care what nobody
Yep,
says.
38 years old.
Hey,
Mm,
damn, we know our
damn.
ages. I can
Aaron
look and know
Rodgers
your
is
age.
38. That's pretty old, dude. That's,
Well, Tom Brady's only 42.
But the thing is, you gotta look, he's-
Oh well, he's about to be He's actually 44, ain't he?
It's about to be 45. I think he might be. I think he is 45.
Jesus Christ.
But dude, Aaron Rodgers won back-to-back MVPs 2 years in a row. 36 and 37 years old. You
Yeah.
don't think he can pull this together, bro? Come
Maybe.
on, now. He went against a good team.
No.
Well, who does he have to depend on though this year?
And
Not
plus,
a soul except himself.
That's it.
and plus the thing is, you think Aaron Rodgers is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
Yeah,
In his prime for sure.
How many Super Bowls has he won?
one,
How many NFC championships has he lost?
like 7.
But how
Close.
many clutch Hail Marys has he just nailed?
Yeah, against the Detroit Lions in the regular season. He's always on the cusp of winning. And there's always something wrong with his team. There's always these little nitpicky things. I mean, he had the best fucking receiver in the game. He had a top 5 defense the other year.
And
They went
Derek Carr's
lost.
got him now. What do? They lost. It's
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah, but they played.
If you can't get
a
the guy
Sup-
the ball, you can't get him the ball.
They played a Super Bowl contender, and
a little bit of a stretch there. bud.
and Devontae Adams still went off.
Yeah, he did,
You
but
don't think Herbert?
I don't think
don't
Herbert.
think he's got it?
I think Herbert's good. I just think the Chargers are overrated. I think Herbert's like, there's like a tiers to this shit, bro.
I put him
no,
above Aaron
Who's top
Rodgers.
tier
right
No,
now.
for you, Dawson?
no.
Who's top tier?
Top tier QBs in the NFL
Go ahead,
right
say
now.
it. Go ahead, say it.
Patty Mahomes.
No, my
number
God.
one. I'm gonna say this right now. Josh Allen, number 2.
Okay.
Number one. All right, Josh Allen's 1B,
Yeah, he's second best.
1B.
and that's from your perspective. I think he's a lot fucking better, but we'll meet in the middle. 1B.
And then third, I'm gonna be real with you. Baker Mayfield. No, I'm
Throw Dawson's opinion out the window.
At third, you gotta say, okay, you can put. Everybody's gonna say no, not Aaron Rodgers, but I'm gonna put Aaron Rodgers third, Tom
Wow.
Brady fourth, and then fifth.
Tom Brady just
Justin
beat
Herbert.
Dallas.
Justin Herbert doesn't make my 5, bro. He doesn't make my 5. He's a young talent. I'm not saying he's not gonna be great, but my 5th guy, I'm gonna have to say. Who
Kirk
am I
Cousins.
slide with? Kirk's up there, but damn, that's a tough spot.
Just put Justin Herbert there.
I
Be
might
happy.
put Justin Herbert there.
Top 5.
I mean, he's worthy.
You
I
gotta
might
think about
put him
Mitchell
there.
Trubisky too.
No, you don't. You don't got to think
They
about
just
him for a
beat. He
second.
just beat the best team in the AFC,
His defense beat the best.
and it took everything out of our defense. It literally
They
Killed
really
half
gave their
the team.
lives to win
Killed
that
half.
to
game.
win that one game.
Ripping muscles.
Yeah, tearing everything.
That's what makes football crazy, though. It's like no matter what week you're watching, somebody's getting hurt, bro.
Hey, I mean,
Yeah.
they were ripping muscles, but they were also handing out concussions to the other
Hey.
team's offense.
Oh God, bro.
That's that
T.
steel
Higgins.
Football's a
curtain.
crazy sport when you think about it.
I don't know if you guys missed it, but T. Higgins was laying like sideways at one
Got
point.
his neck snapped.
That's
got
what
a
happens when you play
concussion.
them.
That steel curtain.
Steelers.
But you have to
Steelers
admit,
curtain.
I feel like Steelers are. This is one of the only reasons I don't like the Steelers. Is because I feel like they're right behind the Cowboys. Like their fan base, it just pisses me off, bro.
Look, how many Steelers fans you know?
That's a shit ton, bro.
No, you
right
don't.
behind the Cowboys.
You know two. You know
Okay,
two.
yeah, on a personal level, bro, you go anywhere. Who's your favorite team? 95% of the answer is Cowboys or Steelers. Cowboys or Steelers, because these people are living in the fucking 90s and shit.
We went to a Super Bowl 2012.
What the fuck ever, bro.
When's the last time Panthers went to a Super Bowl?
Bro, after y'all.
2015.
Before. Oh yeah. Well, guess
And then we
what?
went again in 2005.
Y'all lost both of them.
Fair enough.
In our lifetime, I've seen us go to 3.
I'm
and
on
win
your
2.
side though.
I think what a lot of y'all are doing is y'all just sipping that haterade. Y'all are just upset.
No, I want the
No,
Steelers.
no.
Y'all are just beside yourselves. Is how could this team every year just come out when everybody's down them? Be great. Be
Are they
great.
great? Or are they just sliding by to the wild card round and losing?
Well,
What
did
should
the
have happened-
Panthers make it?
They're making it this year.
What should have happened?
It didn't look like it because the Browns ain't making the
Shit.
fucking
The Browns
playoffs.
are making the playoffs.
I'm gonna say
What?
Russell Wilson would have looked great in yellow and black. He should have gone to the Steelers.
Okay, I thought
instead
he should have too.
Yeah,
I was hoping we'd gone for him,
I was so ready for him.
but
just
we
to
never
take.
do that. Aaron Rodgers, it looked like he was going to come there for a little bit, but
Wow.
we're
He's ride or die Green Bay.
No, he's
Like that money.
yeah.
That shmoney.
So they give me the best contract. I'm gonna stick with him.
Yeah, and he's been tripping out in the forest for a little bit too long. He needs to realize his game's different.
Hang out with Joe Rogan a little
Yeah,
too
I
long.
know.
I
He's
love
just
He
Joe
does
Rogan.
one podcast with the guy. His career's over.
Yeah, but you can see the transition from Aaron Rodgers.
He's
Over
always
the
been a
years.
different guy, though.
He's a little more hippie now.
Yeah,
He's always
super
had
hippie.
long hair, huge beard. He's just been a different individual.
When they won the Super Bowl versus the Steelers, he had like short hair, no beard. And that was like in 2012.
So you like clean cut.
But he's
Aaron
better now
Rodgers.
than he was then.
Aaron Rodgers would have.
I don't know. He might have.
Aaron Rodgers would have beat the Vikings.
He was pretty peak in 2012. He was pretty peak.
That's why they won.
No.
He would just lob a ball up in the air and it would just land in somebody's hands.
Yeah, because he had great receivers, and he still bitch about why he didn't win. Oh, we need better this. We need better that. Like
All right.
Tom
For the
Brady.
viewers,
Tom Brady goes to Walmart. Can you catch a ball? All right, come on, man. I'll take you.
And
What
that'll
do
get
you
you 6
mean?
field goals like we saw in week 1.
Hey, did he win the game?
He did win the game.
Did Aaron Rodgers
Against
win
Leonard
the game?
Fournette won the
Cowgirls.
game.
Huh?
Leonard won the game. For me.
Yeah.
Fantasy, man.
guess.
But it's crazy. Like, fantasy football makes you think of football in a different light. Like,
You see
it
it
gets to the point where, like, you got your teams, you want to win, but then you're like, I don't care. I just
Yeah.
want this guy to catch a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you
Especially-
play fantasy, you're looking at possessions, you're looking at yards.
Just players individually.
Yeah.
Well, until you're looking at the defense. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was up against Hunter last week, or I guess yesterday, and his defense for the Steelers gave him 25 points. There's no reason.
There you go. I didn't think they'd do that against the Bengals.
Fantasy football is wild, bro.
It really is. It's all a gamble.
I think it's all about matchups. Really,
It is.
if you look at it.
I thought he was going to come in well.
Unless you have a real talent.
Me
like
matched up
Jonathan
against
Taylor.
Logan. Of course I'm going to win.
Well, Jonathan Taylor did play Houston
Jonathan Taylor balled, son.
against Houston.
Apparently, they're pretty good.
They're good
Don't
enough
get
to
ahead of
fucking
yourself.
tie. Yeah,
Don't
right.
Get ahead of yourself.
Yeah, this is over exaggeration. Too much thought of week one.
No,
Yeah, we're just
throwing out
letting-
stupid things.
We're just letting our thoughts just run around about how all the football we were watching yesterday.
we watched a
Bear
hell of
with
a
us.
lot of it.
No, it was emotionally draining for me.
We had a tailgate going, like
Pretty
full
much.
on.
Yeah, we had like 13 people
In the
here.
apartment.
Yeah, it was wild.
It was a
it
vibe,
was a good
bro.
time.
It's my first week I've ever had. Like, you know, you're not going out to some bar and just watching the game. Like,
Yeah.
everybody's in the fucking living room, wired in, ready to watch the game. And I don't know, I had some good vibes yesterday.
I did.
That's some
I
good
did too.
mojo.
I've watched Red Zone before, but I never really got it until I started watching it yesterday
Yeah.
with you guys.
You see all the highlights, baby.
Especially with fantasy too.
Oh, fantasy, it just fits perfectly.
Yeah.
Because it'll show up when it matters.
Yeah, that's the.
And if a team's just starting at their 20-yard line, it's not going to show us anything. No, it's going to
Yeah.
go to a different team.
Yeah, even
at
if they
the
go
red zone.
punt the ball, whatever.
Because that's probably the only downside of watching football is like just because like well I feel like we talked about this before, like your fucking attention span at today's time
So small.
so small. So when you're sitting, this is why I can't watch baseball. It's so long and drug out.
Or golf.
You know they put a pitch clock on them.
Oh really,
Yep.
bro? I mean, that's
When there's
huge.
no runners on base, it's 15 seconds. When there's a runner on base, it's 20 seconds.
See, that's better. That
Yeah.
is better. Because
It
you,
is.
you watch a baseball game and maybe only one home run for an hour. You're like, bro, this sucks. Football is constant. Even if nobody scores, it could be a 0-0 game. Somebody's got lit up.
Yeah.
Somebody's fumbled the ball.
Yeah.
Somebody's picked somebody off. Like,
Yeah.
there's constant
Football,
action.
I feel like football is more of a team sport.
And it's more of a risk to play.
Football's more emotional.
It's momentum
more
driven.
fast-paced.
Yeah.
So you'll see people screaming at the TV from football, but I don't. Personally, I've never seen anybody do that for baseball.
No, and you
I've-
won't, bro.
I've watched a lot of people
Yeah.
watch a baseball game if they really want to go their way,
Yeah.
but they don't get as upset as they would watching football.
Because there's so few games, man.
And
Everyone matters
yeah.
so much.
I feel like when I watch baseball, it's like the same feeling watching soccer. Like you might get a 1-0 game. And you're like, well, we pulled it out. Great
Well,
job. They get excited one fucking time besides the goal in the first quarter. And after that, they just ran around the field for a little bit.
Sprinting.
I think soccer does well because of the suspense. So they're sitting there for like an hour-long game. Nobody's scored yet, and they know if one sinks it in, then that's their game.
Yeah.
So when it happens, they just lose their shit, dude. They just go crazy.
And
You'll see people
and then
crying over soccer more
Europeans.
I think the only reason soccer is so big is too is like it's so globally.
It's because we're North American. That's,
Every country, every state has soccer. Like no
we're
matter
the
where
only
you're at.
place where it's smaller.
Yeah, it's like we literally said. Oh,
We won the
everybody else
war.
calls it football. Nah, we calling it soccer. This
Did
is
we
football.
win the war against Italy? No, it's still huge in Italy. Soccer is still bigger
Well,
now.
we-
What about
globally.
Vietnam? Bro?
We
didn't win that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Hit me with it.
we
I wanna hear
we
this.
won the war.
What
against
war? The one that 200
Great
years
Britain
ago?
against Great Britain.
It doesn't matter anymore.
You let me talk? Okay. We won the war against Great Britain, who had a colony every fucking where in the fucking world. So I think that when we beat them,
We beat the world.
we beat the
essentially.
world.
All right, now that I let you talk, I want to ask the camera: does anybody care about the Revolutionary War anymore?
You better, or
It
we'd be.
defined your
Do you hold your
livelihood.
emotions onto that? It's like, yeah, go America.
Well,
America.
Well, people that know history probably will, but people that don't probably like. No, we could just lost it and still been happy-go-lucky people.
As an American, it was significant, but
What
so
do you
much
mean
is-
significant? It was the
They made us.
quintessence
They made
of
us.
America.
yeah, but now
So-
that we're in 2022,
300 years is not a long time in the grand scheme of civilizations.
it's like 4 generations.
3 people, 4 people, if they got cancer or whatever.
It's kind of crazy to think about, like, cause me and him still got like a great grandma still alive. I'm like, bro, really? She's one of the.
She's 90.
She's one of the OG Americanos.
She's 94 years old.
I don't think that was the right term.
Americano.
She'll tell us about her past where she'd go work her job and get paid a nickel an hour.
Like what?
That's how my great grandma. She'd be like, all right, you wanna? I was like little. She lived across the street from me. She's like, you wanna come pluck these weeds? I'll give you a quarter. I was like, man,
Yeah, they're still
fuck
stuck at
that
the time.
quarter.
Fuck your quarter.
The inflation didn't carry with them.
I think
$25,
Wow.
boy. Pick some weeds. Nah, grandmas always be cheating. They
Yeah.
be cutting you short.
They'd be like, I got you a dime for all that manual labor
you
you,
learn a
do
lot
for me,
from
son.
family, I feel like.
Nah, age
These
does
older
matter.
people, yeah, you can learn so much
You
from
can.
them that you wouldn't learn on the internet. You wouldn't learn watching people on YouTube.
It's one of those weird things though. It's like you accept like when someone's like pretty old. Okay, I'm gonna say this because I'm 23. So when you're 60, that's pretty old to me. If there's any 6-year-olds watching this, don't get offended, man. But yeah, you're 23 and you're hearing somebody telling you all this stuff, and you're like, I'm learning lessons from them. But at the same time, like, you came up in a completely different
You're
era.
thinking
Like
this
it
doesn't apply to
complete, and a lot of it doesn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
A lot
some
of
of
it
it does. I feel like a lot of like their older people have like this thing like of my experience is like, oh, go out, grind, go to your job, do this, do that. There is no like they don't reach for more. They don't want for more.
Well,
I feel like in our generation we do.
Because back in the day, like if a dude had one of our jobs, right? They were fine, perfect. They could buy a house. The other person didn't have to work. The other partner didn't have to work. Everything's taken care of. I can do this. I can do that. And now in today's time with inflation, if you look at it from these company standpoints, their profits are going crazy. Now we're in it. But if you look at it from it's a span of a decade, the decade by decade, it's like the hourly wage is
Yeah, we're not
increase.
keeping up with it.
Yeah, but we haven't caught up with inflation. So they could do that and be like, oh, to have a good life, you just go work hard. And you could do that.
Back then, when
Yeah.
Social Security worked,
And now it's like you can go work hard and just be dogged out. And then have to pay everything else where you
yeah, still
living-
have to cut your corners.
Yeah.
Just to make your bills meet.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. But back in the day, too, I feel like a lot of it was you only knew people laterally. So social media is a very new thing. So our grandma, our great grandma, they only knew what was going on directly around them. So in their community, in the town that they're from, in the relationships they had, and then what was in the newspaper. And we know today now that that was somewhat manipulated, like the newspaper and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So everything that they knew was just so proximal to them. So I feel like a lot of it is today we can see upwards. And so you're not comfortable just settling for that job that's going to make ends meet because you see other people that are
Yeah.
your same age doing so much more than you.
Fucking
And it
Well,
drives you crazy.
Well, I think just like the newspapers they have could have been obviously bought out, whatever, to tell them what they want to do. I think the same way with the news we get.
Yeah, but we have social media, so you can go find somebody that's your exact same age that's in a completely different part of life than you are. They're married, have kids, and they have
Yeah, I agree with that
six
point.
digits job.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
Because they're always looking, oh, I'm doing good for myself, but look at this same age dude as me, making millions of dollars a year. And they're like, oh, well, dang.
And it puts it in you to understand that I could do more.
Yeah.
I can be more.
I feel like that is a
Back in
benefit.
the 50s,
It is.
back in the 40s when they were raising up, they didn't even understand that they could be more or do more because they were raised in this family that say they always had a barn. So I'm going to inherit this barn. I'm going to raise these cows.
You think they were
and sell this
happier?
milk.
Probably.
I think they were maybe happier, maybe, but satisfied, probably not. I don't know if there's a difference, but
I thought those people never reached like their potential. They never tried to
they
discover
just
potential.
they settle for what they have.
Yeah, they became happy.
But
with it.
because they didn't know anything else, it allowed them to be happy.
Yeah.
Today, if
Exactly.
you settle for what you have, you can still see everything else going on around you.
Yeah.
So you're not necessarily going to be happy just because you settled.
Yeah.
That's what I say. It's like a plus and a minus, bro. Like you think about like, oh yeah, those people probably were happier and more content with their lives, but like their livelihood, they never had aspirations to reach. Like, oh, I'm a millionaire. And
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people in our age group and our generations, even before us, maybe one generation before us, like they kind of started, scraping the top. Like, you know
Started
what?
looking up.
I could get a little side business. And then you grow up and you're like, well, my dad was working this and he was also trying to do this. Let me try to do something even better. And like you said, you constantly are seeing other people's stuff, which I think is good in a sense of drive. Like it does drive you. But I do feel like people get caught up in it and it becomes a negative thing. Because like you're on Instagram all the time and, oh, this person's at the Bahamas. This person's this. And they're showing you all these pictures and they're smiling.
Their
Bro,
highlights.
Exactly. They're showing you the highlights of their life. Like you can't completely, dive in and say, well, this person is my age and they're doing a better job at life than me because
Yeah.
it's kind of manipulation in a sense of, hey, they're manipulating a platform to make they want to get likes for whatever reason. I never understood this on like an Instagram platform when you're, a regular human being. Mainly females, I do think, do this, but men a lot too.
Ooh, he's calling them out.
Hey, I mean, and they know this. If any females are watching this, like, yeah, you want to have your picture perfect. You want to have this. You want to have the perfect smile. You're going to take 16 takes at this, mountain you hike to just to get that right picture because you want everybody to think it was just a perfect time.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
looking for likes. And that's what as soon as you post that picture, you're on your phone like, who liked this? Like, you're not really thinking about, oh, I just did something cool. Like
Yeah.
I hiked to the top of a mountain. Like,
Yeah.
I thought that's where it's a downfall. People just put too much into it, and they try to compare themselves to other people's lives or what their Instagram says their lives doing. Like,
Well, see, what I think it is we talked about back in the olden days.
the good old days.
Back when you were raised,
Exactly, where there's no social media, though, everything.
back in the late 1900s.
There was people that were like that said, okay, I see this, but it's not good enough. They were rare. They were self-made millionaires back then because they had that drive. I think what today's time is everybody thinks they are that person because they see the possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, that person didn't go see this. They didn't go see this. They just knew. There's more possibilities. There's more what I can
They just
achieve.
acted on it.
Yeah, acted on it, not influenced by it from social media, from other platforms. Where they could see, oh, they're doing this, I could do this. So I think it's actually a good thing for more people because there's more money to be made. There's more ways to make money, and it's just whether you can do it or not.
Definitely a good thing overall. I just feel like you can't get caught up in it.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't put your worth behind it.
Yeah. Oh, well, I only got 60 likes. guess I'm not worth the shit.
not worth
Like
the
that's
shit.
not the way to think, and a
No,
lot of people
no.
think that way, bro. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not talking about likes. I'm talking about like, you know how people can drop ship. You know, they
Drop
could
ship.
Yep.
Yep.
A lot of people, they get a lot of following. They can post a picture, whatever. I think Vanessa Hudgens makes $1 million a post when it's sponsored.
Which is a baddie though.
Yeah, I know, because she has a platform. And see, I feel like everybody thinks they deserve a platform. That's I think, a problem in today's internet. Everybody's got a fucking voice, when really their fucking opinion's stupid, but they can have a platform behind it.
100% agree with that.
And that's why I think the people that started not with a platform, started with a business, started with things this way and this way. Those are people that don't fucking care. Those are the people same people who, back in the olden days, would go see that. They know that and they see that. They make money on the side jobs, their business adventures. They see this and that. I think a lot of people today's time are just caught up in the platform.
They are.
I need the platform to make money. Like, if you look at all these big YouTubers that come out, why don't they get big? I got merch, this shitty ass T-shirt, $40.
And
This
people
hoodie,
are buying it.
like fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, Vanessa Hutchins is bringing in, it says on the net worth post, our networthspot.com, $35.58 million a year.
Yeah, that's
How many movies have you guys seen her in?
High School
Recently.
No,
So, I mean, she's making it all on Instagram.
yeah.
and
Every
that's
post,
wild.
sponsored
bro.
post gets $1 million.
Dude.
That's what goes to show. I mean, that's kind of just like motivation almost. Like, you're like, oh, what has she done? Hey, man, I don't hate it. I respect it. People are like, yeah,
Yeah.
they're making money off their face or they're making money off this. Like,
If you can do it, do it.
If I look like Vanessa Hudgens, I'd have went too.
I don't know. That personality.
I do
is
look
kinda
like Vanessa
deterring.
Hudgens.
Nah, they don't see personality on a picture.
They see that caption you post.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a passion. Fuck off. Just
Yes,
beautiful
there we go.
face.
You leaked out a little bit.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on like we were kind of talking about, like, you know, a very attractive female like Vanessa Hudgens,
Okay.
you know, makes a majority of her money off posting pictures. You know, I don't know her story about her money or anything, but I don't think it's any, like, you know, no nudes or nothing like that. It's just like she's a good looking woman.
I don't think so.
I think there's a lot of people that will put like, you know, like they did a little bit of disrespect on that. They're like, well, she only makes money because she looks good. There's a lot of good-looking people that don't make any money.
Yeah.
Like,
I think those people-
she did that. You know what I mean?
It takes a little bit to drive that.
I think that comes from resentment because those people that are saying
does.
that,
Are ugly.
no discredit to them. They're working.
They're fucking ugly.
They're working really hard at their job physically, and so when they go and see somebody who can just take a picture every couple of days and bring in $35 million a year,
Yeah.
there's some anger and resentment that's going to pull up because you're having to show
Yeah.
up every day,
Mhm.
clock in 9 hours a day, and you're not making anywhere near that.
I feel like a lot of them people rely on, you know, when you look at people just clocking every day, because I do it too.
I do it too.
I realize that, but I'm a cog in a machine. If I died tomorrow,
They're going to replace you.
guess what? There'll be somebody else take the job tomorrow, the next day after that, right? Vanessa Hudgens died. Nobody's gonna take Vanessa Hudgens' spot. I mean, there's other people that make money, but it's all about building. It's about getting paid for you, not your time.
Okay.
That's
So
the key.
she's worked her way into becoming an individual. So
Yeah.
when you hear her name, you know
Her name is her business.
you
It's
know
her
who
brand.
they're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's like Terry Crews.
yeah.
There isn't another Terry Crews.
No,
Mhm.
there never will be.
So like they've just built themselves up to become individuals. So
Yeah.
is that what it takes to become actually successful today? Do we need to be individuals?
It depends on which route you want to go. I think in today's time, you can go because there's millionaires that are. I
You
mean,
don't know their
you
name.
know, 23-year-olds that making crazy money off Amazon, whatever.
The
They're not
affiliate marketing.
TikTok famous. They're not
You don't know their
Instagram famous.
face.
So there's one or two. I think there's two ways if you want to make actual money and not clock in, clock out. I mean, you can clock in, clock out salary. You can get paid well. You can live well if you work your way up. But I'm talking about the real money, the fuck you money is it's either business ventures or social media. Or if you become a politician and make deals underneath the fucking table, well, that's
Nobody
a different.
really even knows much you mean.
Well, that's a different podcast. Shout out Mar-a-Lago.
What is that?
Well, that's the one where we talk about the
Yeah, go watch
things.
that episode
Donnie
if you
J.
want to hear.
Was it episode
political
9?
humor. Yeah,
No, I
episode
think it was
9 if you want a
10.
political.
No,
It
you're
was
right.
9.
I was pissed off that episode.
I liked it.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah.
Because I was sitting there having to like mediate you, and then Dawson was just having a blast the whole time. it seemed
Dawson was
like.
playing devil's advocate the whole time. He's like, really?
That's what you need.
Say more about
Dude,
it.
that's what I love though. It's like,
Sound like Alex Jones.
Yeah, if you have two people going against each other, if you've got two people going against each other, you need a
you
third
have to
person
jump
there to
in, bro.
mediate it.
And I feel like that's me. If I could describe myself as a person, like that's how I am. Like I do have my own opinions. Don't get me wrong. And like deep down, I believe everything I believe, and I'm willing to grow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I love this about myself. I don't take anything too serious. And if there's two people who are arguing about like life or death stuff, like I just feel the need sometimes to step in the middle, stir that pot up, and just you know what I mean. Like
That's not mediating. That's
'cause
instigating.
I don't care. It's like deep down in the day, how does this affect my life? You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of situations like that today where I'm like, I wish I could just dabble in it, fuck with people's heads a little bit, and be like, all right.
My favorite thing is road rage. It's like I love to make people angry in their cars.
You gotta watch out with that today.
Why
Pull
do you
that-
get? Why would you get so upset if somebody cut you off in a red light and just stole 5 seconds out of your day?
Well, because you could hit them, and then you got an insurance, you got to pull over, you got to talk to the cops, you got to do
There's
a
a
quote.
difference between cutting off and nearly hitting.
I think cutting off's nearly hidden, but everybody's got different.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I love making people angry in their
I
cars.
think on the road, people that aren't on edge, like I don't care, dude. Like we all drive, we all commute, we all do our stuff. Like I said, it's something you have to do. If you're not kind of on edge when you're driving your car,
You're a defensive driver. I am too.
I'm very defensive driver, bro.
Yeah.
I'm offensive. Like I'm
Oh.
looking for the loophole.
Back in the day, for my car wrecks, I would be. And then
On air. Never
Don't-
been in a car wreck. Never had a speeding ticket that I had to pay for.
Look at you, son.
I'm not gonna knock on it.
you need to knock on wood for that.
No,
calls
I'm
tonight, I got
I'm a
pulled over.
NASCAR driver, bro.
Yo,
I'm a
come get
NASCAR driver.
Yeah, I
That's what
thought
I
so
said,
too.
too.
Yeah, my second job ever.
Hey, Dale Earnhardt was a NASCAR driver.
All he did was turn left.
Still die.
Still, he did a simple turn. Still
You
died.
know what? I take it back.
That's why I don't
I'm
eat-
not a NASCAR driver.
That's why I don't eat fucking M&Ms.
I'm a Formula One driver.
Oh, that's
the real
badass.
OGs right there.
That's what I am.
That's
in
badass.
my blood.
Dude, a thing that stuck in my head though from like all the time. I remember being like, I think it was 6th or 7th grade. I was in like science class, and everybody's getting to that age where like they're getting close to getting their permits and stuff.
Getting excited about it.
Yeah.
And we were just talking to our teacher about it, and she told us, she's like, the scariest thing about driving is knowing that you're in a heavy piece of machinery
Yeah.
that can kill somebody at any time. And when she said that, I was like, well, shit.
Yeah, I
You know
heard that. I heard that saying
I've
too.
never once thought that.
I heard that saying too, and I was like, oh damn.
Up until about 20, I was just
Yeah.
NASCAR.
Yeah.
I literally used to tell my dad, I remember this, I was like, he'd be like, you're a dumbass on the road. I'm like, Dad, I was like, people consider me a bad driver just because I'm a good driver. I was like, I'm so good at driving that I can do things other people can't do.
That's
You know what I mean?
arguable. That's arguable.
Yeah, that's what I used to say. I'd be like, you have to be a good driver to drive this bad.
Then you flip your car into somebody's yard and you're like, well, shit.
That's you, not me.
It looked clean right here. It looked clean.
That's you, not me.
I think that's because me and you had V8 Mustangs in high school.
No, I had a 4-cylinder Mazda.
I had
Oh, okay.
too nice of a car for my
I'd
age.
put that thing on the floorboard and I'd maybe make it to 70 miles an hour.
Yeah, I'd leave 70 leaving the school fucking parking lot.
Hey, but like you said, a defensive driver, dude, it kind of does weigh on you, like when you've made a mistake. Because I'm going to be open with y'all. Your boy got a DUI back in the day. It was like 2018 or some shit. I don't remember how. I think I was 18 in 2018.
Yeah.
I'll have to do the math later, whatever. I was young. And like you said, I was in a nice-ass little Mustang. That it wasn't my money. I didn't earn that. But, yeah. Here I am. I fucking wrecked my car after doing stupid shit night in, night out, you know? Here I am. Flip my car through someone's yard, like I said. The mailbox And y'all both seen this picture, bro. This is when you really start to think. You're like, holy
Was
shit.
it a mailbox or a pole?
It was a mailbox, brother.
Damn.
I like rolled on it perfectly. Just like I guess the aluminum actual box had broke off or whatever. But the pole that the mailbox was stuck
little
in
spike on
was
it.
a-
literally came
Wooden
through my
pole.
window, bro. And when I tell you, like, that car stopped rolling and this pole was right beside my head, I was like, I was
That's a wake-up call.
I was 3 inches away from being decapitated.
That's a
bro.
wake-up
Yeah.
call.
Oh, that's some crazy stuff, bro.
Yeah, I think too is like we thought we were invincible. We didn't think, oh, this not gonna happen to me. Not gonna happen. And when it does happen, it's like
slapping.
eye opening, you know, because I flipped my Chrysler on fucking 85. I went up under an 18 wheeler, didn't have no seatbelts on. All I did was bite my tongue, had a little bleed. And it's kind of like, wow. Like, there's people that die from lesser car wrecks and everything.
Every day.
Every day. Like, I seen a dude pass away the other day on a motorcycle, right? A simple car wreck.
Do you
right?
see that way too often, the motorcycles?
That's why I will never buy one.
Yeah.
But it
It's
kind
not
of
an
just
F, it's a win.
kind of opens your eye, man. Like, that's why, like, when I was young, you know, I'd be drag racing on the street. I'd be sliding across turns and everything. Now I'm like, put my blinker on.
Yeah.
Oh,
For me, it's
thank
mirrors.
you.
I'm always on my mirrors, like
Yeah.
constantly checking.
Yeah.
Drive. People are passing me. I'm like, I'm going the speed limit, guys.
Like, what are you guys doing?
because I don't give a shit.
Like today, I had this one guy, right? I was coming back home from work, so I was already pissed the fuck off. And the speed limit's 65.
Okay.
I'm going 70, 75, and I'm in the fast lane. Because I'm going 10
Yeah,
miles
you
an
should have been in
hour.
the right.
I'm going 10 miles an hour over the speed limit.
The fast lane is for 80 miles and over.
Well, they can.
That's an unwritten law right there. So
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
but it's still a law.
Yeah, and then-
Everybody knows it.
Well, no, then they pull you over in the fast lane. You're going 80.
I've
Guess
never
what?
been
His
pulled over
speed-
going 80.
Well, you never
on
been
an
pulled over.
interstate?
You never been pulled over at
No,
all.
no. Let me get to this. My second job ever was
Domino's.
I was a delivery pizza driver at Domino's. In that job,
That's
I
why
had,
my shit was always fucking cold.
No, you ain't let me
Because you
finish.
was in the right lane.
Let me finish. I had that job for 6 months. I got pulled over 6 times in 6 months. But if you have that little pizza topper on the top of your car, those cops, they'll give you an immunity pass. They'll pull you over. Every single time I got pulled over, they would ask, "So, do you know why I got you?" And every time I answered, I was speeding. The thing they would always say right after, "At least you're honest. Go about your way." No paperwork, no making me sit and wait, because they knew I had that pizza thing above me. They were ready for
No,
me
you
to just go down the road.
You're a lucky
you
bastard.
are a lucky bastard.
Because I've got
Well,
cops
that's got
that
nothing to
make.
do with it. I'm a silver tongue. I look at that cop and I'm like, "Excuse me, officer."
You said,
Yeah,
"Come
yeah.
here, officer."
You said yes, sir.
I didn't say a
I've
glut
been
master. I
speeding.
said a silver tongue.
let me show
No,
what my
it-
tongue does.
No, I mean if you get pulled over and you respect the cop, it normally goes better than you
100%.
think.
Every
100%.
time.
Yeah.
Shows,
Unless you're
even
drunk.
if you don't respect them. Cause
Yeah, then there's no way to work with
There's
that.
no way.
there's
around
plenty of them that don't deserve respect, but
Well, I think a lot of losers that were bullied in high school go to be a cop because they want authority,
Yeah,
they want a little
I agree.
power, so they
There-
exploit it.
there are some who are maybe raised in a police officer household who want to serve, for the
Protect
better.
and serve.
Yeah, it's a mix. It's a 50-50.
Yeah.
Some
And
that
it's-
just want power, and then some that actually want to contribute
Yeah,
to society.
don't take this the wrong way. There's good cops out there. I haven't met one, but there's good cops out there.
Well, I have to say this. Some cops are fucked up because this is before my DUI or any of this.
Mm.
Talking about your senior week.
Oh my god, bro. Okay,
This is
I went to
hilarious.
senior week 3 times. Don't judge me, but
Hey,
He
if you didn't go
graduated
3 times, you didn't get the full experience.
but my first time, I was actually a junior. You were a senior, and we were in different cars.
We was right behind y'all.
Yeah, and so it was me and 2 of my boys.
We was in Lake City.
Yeah, Lake City, right, like literally 15, 20 minutes from Ocean Lakes.
Right there.
Lake or Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
And you know, we're all getting lit, we're all in the mood, and I'm riding a shotgun, and I see this cop had somebody pulled over, And I'm kind of just.
What'd you say?
I heard from John, you was freestyling.
I was.
You was freestyling.
Bro, I was. Yeah, we
They
all
put
had
on the beat,
freestyled.
and you was freestyling.
And I ain't gonna lie, I don't know what I said.
He was eating it,
I felt like I
apparently.
was spitting bars, and then we passed the
Sure.
cop.
Yeah,
window
he spit
down.
another bar.
And I was just like, yeah, and fuck 12. You know.
With your windows down.
With my windows down. And he had a car pulled over, so I didn't think
it was
anything
a
of
truck too. What's crazy is he bout hit us because he cut us off to where he
The
bout.
cop?
Yeah, he bout hit. He was literally let that person go because it happened in a split second. Like right after we went over the bridge. After that, the truck came over and then because we were right on y'all's ass.
That officer was
And
on
then
a mission.
Boy.
and pulled them straight over.
Pulled us over.
But it's
And
not illegal to
it
speak
isn't.
your mind.
That's the thing. And this dude
God
pulls
bless
up.
America. We won the
Yes,
war.
sir. He pulls up, instantly acts like a hard ass. Yeah, who said it? Who said it?
Yeah.
And I was like,
Dude, I'd be excited to say it. I said it right
the
here.
way his tone was, I never encountered a cop like that before.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I did, sir. You know, at that point I realized, okay, this ain't a joke right now.
You gotta know your laws.
And so then he comes over to my side, opens the door, pulls me out of the car, puts me in handcuffs.
I'd fight him right there. There's no reason he should've put
You say
in
that
handcuffs.
right now.
A cop can when he pulls you over, he can do whatever he wants to.
He's
The
got
first
the
thing
gun.
you need to
He's got the
do
badge.
when a cop pulls you over, just to let you know, I'm recording you.
I
I'm
wish-
recording everything that
I w-
happens.
Yeah. Well,
Luckily-
now they have to carry body cameras
Yeah.
around them at all times.
Yeah,
This is
but
what-
you can still record.
This is
too.
what saved
Yeah.
me though, the body cam, because he ended up, putting me in handcuffs right off the bat, searched the whole car. I'm talking about opening our suitcases, throwing clothes on the side of the road.
And what's funny, I'm ad lib. Me and Josh pulled over into a church.
to wait on him.
We were watching it, and we started like counting them because we were like 18. We were
Yeah,
young,
young.
and we were like counting up our money. Like, who are we gonna get out to go to senior week? But look, we're still coming. Whoever has the
It's just gonna
cheapest
be y'all
bond.
two for senior week.
Nah,
The house
and
was booked.
whoever we could get out of jail. We thought, man, these guys are screwed.
All three of them just
Because
gone.
we had like 50, you gotta think, we're like 17,
Dude.
18. We had 15 cases of beer.
Like
All right,
9 bottles of liquor.
I hate to interject, but this is y'all's story. I have to go to the bathroom so bad.
You go, brother.
You
guys
go.
take over.
We gotta finish this story.
I'll be right back.
Wish you could hear it, but.
No, I know it. I
He's
know.
probably fucking heard it.
Yeah, dude, it was wild. So 15 cases of beer, couple bottles of liquor, whatever, and then our boy John had some fucking,
Little devil's lettuce.
little devil's lettuce.
Little Bud Dupree.
Dude ends up finding all the beer, and he's like, "Hey, if y'all got anything else, let me know."
What happened?
John goes, "Sir," he's like that book bag that says J. Hasselbacher on it. That's mine, and it has weed in it. Dude wasn't even gonna look at that, and I was like, "Shit."
Because he probably already threw it out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was laying there. And I
Yeah.
was like, dude, we're good. We're fine. And anyways, he finds that shit, whatever. I get charged with a couple things.
Didn't they take pictures of everything? They thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah,
Like,
because by this time, 2 other cops have pulled up.
they're probably his buddies.
And they're all just like, yo.
And it's Lake City. It's like a little fucking town,
It's like a
small
little- yeah.
town. There's probably only 3 cops that work in fucking Lake City.
That's all the arrest they get is kids coming to this fucking senior week.
Yeah.
They lay all the beer, liquor, and weed out on their dash of the hood of their cop car. And kid you not, these fucking cops are posted up on the hood, crossing their arms like they just made some huge
Like they
drug
just-
bust.
Broke the cartel's
Yeah, like they just
racket.
caught
Like they caught like a couple teenagers with some.
That's El Chapo they just
yeah,
caught.
basically.
But yeah, so they take all our shit, let us go, give us tickets. Luckily, John's mom, my boy John,
Miss
his
Lisa,
mother,
shout out.
came through. She's like, no, got a lawyer. By the time I went to court down in Lake City, that cop didn't even show up.
Because it wasn't in evidence. They
There
took
was
it
no
all.
evidence. They took everything, kept it for themselves. And this is no joke, guys.
And you know what's funny? Right after it happened, we stopped at the next gas station and we had to get a dolly, a hand truck to fucking bring out the 9 10 cases of beer we just bought right
yeah,
after.
10 cases of Bud Light right after we just got pulled up.
Not even a mile down the road. Not even a mile down the
Not
road.
a single one of us was 21.
Yeah.
Hey, America, baby.
We won the war.
Where else can you do that
Hey,
shit?
hey. Well, they can drink when they're like 12 over there.
That's true.
You
Those
can
places.
look over the fucking table and you can drink. So
Yeah, if you can see up the counter, I'll give you a shot.
Hey, they got to make their money somehow because the government takes all of it.
It does. This goes to show though, some cops
I'm
are
back.
fucked.
What
Yeah.
I miss? Nothing worthwhile?
No,
Just
you,
what I figured.
you missed a great
Just what I
story.
figured. Nothing worthwhile.
Yeah,
Just the
missed
best
a-
I'll leave
conversation
these
we
two
ever
guys
had
by
on
themselves.
too much thought, but
Worst podcast ever.
Yeah, I'm glad
Sorry
you came
guys
back.
had to be there for that.
they're like, this guy.
Hey.
Right.
Can we talk about a story I was part of, maybe?
Hey, what you got on mind, bro? What you got on your
I don't
mind?
know. I don't mention you. So if you talk about story, I'm gonna feel left out too, man.
That's true, kind of.
I feel this is why I'm in the middle because I'm a middleman.
He's the one that connects us. 'Cause me and Hunter, it may not show on camera, but we hate each other.
They literally fist fight every time
We
we see
just-
each other.
we hate each
Usually
other so
Logan
I think
wins.
it's shown on camera. If they watch it,
Hunter, I love you.
I love you too, man.
That was a lie. My fingers were crossed.
Yeah,
On
I only got one finger up for you.
Hey, there's a thin line between love and
That
hate.
finger means a lot to me, man.
Yeah, well, I got two of them for you. How's that feel?
Oh, no. Double the emotion.
Two's a little much.
Oh, yeah.
I just had to go to the bathroom one time. Look what he's doing.
When you got fingers like this, you hear that a lot. 2 fingers is too much.
You got pork. You got sausages. You got little fucking.
Boy, I got them Oscar Mayer wieners, son. What you know about
Some
that?
tiny hands.
I'm glad you got it. I'm
bro.
glad you got it
They
somewhere.
look small, but I bet they're bigger than both of y'all's.
I bet when you go to hold a girl's hand, she's like,
Let me do
"Are you
Hunter
holding
first
my
because I know
hand?"
they're bigger than Hunter.
I got small hands, man.
All right, Logan.
I'm not holding your hand.
Yeah, that's what I thought, dude.
What do you mean? Look at that.
Put them
thing.
up. Yeah.
No, this is what he does. This is what everybody does that tries to do
Yours is
that.
bigger.
They go this. They'll be like
do
this.
it.
They'll
Do
be
it.
like this. Oh, dude, look at this fucking read. Oh, yeah, see how he's
Did I
doing
just do
this?
that?
You're
No,
like-
come for me. Come for me. I
I'm
didn't do
talking
it.
about
He's
him. Talk about him.
My God.
Bro, I stay stagnant when I'm doing it. I'm proud of these
No, you
hands.
don't. You do this. You start inching up.
I mean, you gotta stretch the fingers, bro. The phalanges.
No, you done aired it. There, everybody heard. Dawson is stagnant.
I am. 3 years.
Wait, what? What
What? What does that mean?
does that mean to you?
You lost us.
I ain't seen titties in 3 years.
Yeah, you're a gooner.
I'm a gooner.
What does that mean?
I don't know. You fucking showed it.
you're
That's not what we want to talk about. 'cause
I ain't
it's-
gotta dive into it.
No, we're not
scarred
diving into
me.
anything. I don't know what y'all are talking
When we
about.
talked about trauma dumping, I saw that and I was like, okay, that's where y'all fucked me up.
Trauma.
He was like, this guy I know.
He's like,
all right, we're not
he's
doing
like,
this.
he told me crazy things.
We're not doing this.
And he had it like, he had
Definitely
it-
wasn't me.
You know, back in the old
It's
days.
not my place to tell someone
back,
else's
in the,
business.
back in the old days when you do like a, what's it called, quick dial or whatever it's called,
Butt
Speed dial.
speed dial.
Oh.
When you said that, it's like you had it on fucking speed dial. Yeah, fucking safe.
Or,
I've been waiting to get this off my chest.
or here's the.
We're just messing with you with that.
Okay. All right.
I wasn't.
I mean, I could tell Dawson was. Dawson was coming for the throat.
Well, Dawson's gonna ask you to send him the link.
I do want to check that out later.
Yeah.
We're hard to
Lord.
follow. We're on air right now. We gotta be
We are hard to follow.
coherent. All right. No, but Dawson, you were talking about like 7th grade, 8th grade stuff, and that was bringing me to the past. So I mean, do you guys want to talk about some past stuff that's maybe constructed us into what we are today? Because I'm down to talk about that.
Well, you go. You start us off. I'll sit here and think while you talk.
I don't.
I'm a thinking. Listen.
Hunter doesn't want.
I'm a closed shell. I'm like an onion. You gotta peel back
A lot of
layers.
That's a good segue. That's the closed shell. So
Yeah.
I was homeschooled up until 9th grade. Well, that's the reaction a lot of people have because there are some homeschooled kids that are really shelled off. But yeah, back when I was, I'd say 14 and below, I was just a closed book, dude. I was not going to open up to anybody. I felt like I was the only person that had my back, so I had to just watch out for myself. I didn't know the intention. I wasn't able to read the intentions of other people at that time. So I think that's a lot of what homeschooling did to me is I didn't have the social interactions there to be able to read the body language of people, to be able to read chemistry of the room,
Yeah.
to be able to self-identify my situation in
Yeah.
whatever I was in. It gives you a lot of self-centered thoughts, I guess.
Well, because you're wholly dependent. Like you kind of teach yourself. Too.
Yeah, so but
like-
you're not necessarily teaching yourself in the right. there isn't anyone else to combat your beliefs or anything
Like
there.
yeah.
So you'll just dive into rabbit holes and you'll stay there because no one's there to tell you, hey, you're being a little crazy right now. Or, hey, that thought's a little far-fetched.
Yeah.
And you need that.
I get that.
Was it like a shock when you went to high school a little bit?
Oh, dude, I could tell you my first day I went into high
No,
school.
let's hear it.
Yeah, I do want to hear
It
this.
was bad.
From your perspective.
It was bad.
It was ninth grade, right?
Ninth grade.
All
So,
right.
and the school I went to, it was a ninth grade campus. So the only people there were ninth graders.
Oh, that was a fun time.
There were no 11th or 10th,
Yeah.
11th or 12th graders. There were no 8th graders. It was just ninth grade in that entire school. But I got dropped off, and in the ninth grade, nobody drives. So you have two places to go to when you get into school.
We have those 2 or 3 kids that got held back that parked their fucking Bilo and walked just
There-
to see school.
Dawson.
What are you talking about?
Hey, you just had an early birthday, man.
Dawson parked at the Walgreens across the street.
I was 20 in ninth grade.
I know a couple people like that.
No, but in our ninth grade, there were two options for when you got to school. So, like, class started at 8, but everybody got there before 8. Like, you weren't showing up at that time, or else you were late.
And you had to sit in the gym.
Yeah, so you had, if you were a bus rider, you went to the cafeteria, or if you were a car rider, meaning you got dropped off to school.
The people with money, the car riding.
Were you a bus rider?
Hell, bro.
The people
Oh, you
with,
was a self-driver.
Give me that money.
the people with parents who cared about them. I'll say it right there. If you're on the bus, your parents don't care about you.
I always thought that way because I was a car rider.
Dude, I always
I
thought
always
that
thought
way.
that way. I'm like, dude, your parents couldn't fucking just drive you here?
Wow, your mom couldn't reschedule her work to where she cared about
You
you?
have a
Well,
shitty home life.
I
You ride
mean-
the bus.
I mean, most people work at 9 or 8.
Oh, fuck.
Drop the fucking kids off at 7. I mean, it opens at like, what, 6:45, 6:30?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just laziness.
Well, I mean, some of that too was the free breakfast. So if you got there early enough, you had a free breakfast,
Oh,
which
yeah.
could be really helpful for the
Yeah.
home life.
Yeah.
No judgment. Money's
a
money.
little just
The bus riders.
If you- okay, the
Hey,
first day of school.
It matters. If you're on a longer bus, that means you're okay.
That short bus, though, buddy.
That shorter bus, you kind of have to worry about.
You know what I heard them call the short bus one time?
Oh God, what?
This would be some
This
fucked up
might-
shit.
We might edit this out.
We're not going to edit this out. This isn't my words. This is
Oh, okay. That's how it always starts.
the people on the short bus are the window lickers.
You never went to like the window.
Hunter was on the short bus. Is all I'm saying.
No, I was licking windows on my car right there.
The short bus is where you don't want to get stuck at a stoplight beside them. You look over.
Can I talk about my trauma?
Yeah.
Can I finish my story?
Yeah.
First day of high school. Never been to a class
First
in
day
my
of
life.
school.
Well, yeah, first day. This is like kindergarten for everybody else, but I'm
Yeah.
getting it out of the way in ninth grade.
I bet you had like a journal from Ned's Declassified Schools.
Dude, I had so many thoughts of what school was gonna be. Like, I just had all
Yeah.
these hallway fantasies of what it was gonna be like.
You're like, man, this shit sucks.
Nothing like that.
I walked in, and the teacher said, so I walked in probably like 7:40. The first bell rang at 8 o'clock.
Just sitting there. I'm
Just go
sorry,
sit, go find a seat in the gym. Dude, I just sat right next to the trash can. I didn't know a single person.
You're like, hey, trash can. How's your morning start?
My first day was terrible.
Yeah, you didn't know nobody.
I'd go to class my first day. I didn't know anybody, so I didn't say a word.
Yeah.
And then the worst part of it was
At least you weren't one of them kids that didn't have any attention, so had to get every fucking piece of attention everywhere. They didn't
That is
shut
true.
the hell
That
up.
is
Just raising their hand after everything.
Well, teach stupid
a
shit.
choose or a pick me girl or something.
Yeah, and one of them,
Pick me.
What's the boys' connotation with that? Pick me girl and the. Oh, you don't like the boys that are like, oh, you don't like me. Yeah, you just want to talk to me. Those, what are they? I call them bitches.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if there's
Bitches.
a term for what you're saying.
Pousses. Whatever you want to call
hey,
them.
double money signs on that one.
I wasn't
finish your
following.
story,
Thank you
brother.
for picking that
I'm
up.
here for you.
I mean, I've kind of finished it. I just sat next to a trash can. But yeah, no, I went to the thing I was dreading the entire day. Hey, touchdown.
Lunch.
interjection. We're doing this podcast on a Monday night during the.
Let's see the score. Let's see the score.
You get
During
beat,
the Denver
brother.
Broncos game.
I already got fucking beat.
You beat me.
And I beat him.
That's how it works.
This is a ranking
10,
system.
10 to 10.
Oh
This
my
is-
god.
Dude,
Oh.
if this game
we
goes
gotta-
into
we gotta wrap this
overtime,
podcast up. We gotta go there and watch
if this
it.
game goes into overtime, then that's how many 4 games this week that had overtime.
Yep.
It won't.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But no,
I thought Russ was riding.
I was part of second or third lunch, so lunch was at 12:30. I
Oh,
can't
you
remember
poor
exactly.
bastard.
Can't remember exactly.
I had
So I
first
made
lunch.
it. I made it through 3 classes. And
Why you say it like that? I made it through.
Because
Your first day, you probably are.
You're
Yeah.
making it through. You're making it
edge.
through. You're so far on edge. I can't put it into words how. If anybody looked at me, I felt like I was doing something wrong on my first day.
Yeah.
So, but the thing I was
That's gotta be
terrified
rough.
most of all was lunch, because I knew when lunch started, everybody had their friend groups already. Everybody had their niche that they fit into, and so they knew where they were going to sit.
Yeah.
And so my first day of lunch came along, and I just had no idea where to sit.
You should have picked the best looking seat in there. They had something to say about it. They could have sat beside you. Or
Oh no, I
fucked
did
off.
one day, and they were like, "Hey, this is my seat."
I'd be like, hey, is your
Hey,
name written on
fuck
it?
off. But
That's
look
what-
at
I
that.
didn't have-
It's kind of like jail.
I didn't have the life.
You just hit
experiences
somebody
I have
with
now.
that with the tray. Those they had styrofoam trays.
Sometimes though, I think if I go back to high school now, bro,
I'd rule the world.
bro,
You guys know so much more.
I would tell all these motherfuckers to sit down and shut the fuck up.
I'm
Hey.
sitting where I want.
If I want your girl, I'm gonna get your girl.
For me, I couldn't even have a conversation. I just
Everybody's
like,
so stupid.
I'd be like, bro, just go fuck yourself, man.
And that's what's crazy about school is like sometimes like the most looking back at it, you're like, what the fuck? But the most popular group, bro, all these motherfuckers are stupid as hell.
Yeah.
Like they are some of the stupidest people you ever met in your life.
Hey,
Like,
that hurts me.
But
you know what I mean? You know what kind of group I'm talking about.
Yeah.
what gets
I
you
know.
farther in high school is how charismatic you are and how comfortable you are around other people.
Or
That's
how
what's
much
gonna
money
make
your mommy and
friends.
daddy make.
Yeah.
In sports and after school stuff, yeah, for sure. But
I-
when you're just sitting in the classroom,
That's true.
the teacher doesn't care what your parents do. Unless the students have known you for a very long time, they don't necessarily care what your parents do.
In most cases, they do though. Like you gotta think, a lot of these kids have known each other since fifth or kindergarten. They're 5 years old.
I didn't.
Like you grow up realizing, oh, these guys are the ones, you know. And it kind of always works that way. It is weird. Like the weirdest people, the people that are the stupidest people you ever met in your life, but yet their parents have money. Somehow they're popular. They suck at sports. They suck at everything they do, but somehow they're at the top of the food chain just because their parents set them up for that. So I can't hate that.
It's because they pay for the booster club.
I never looked at it like a food chain. For me,
I mean, I never looked at
I
it
just-
as a food chain.
I looked at it like
It was categories.
I never looked at it like that either. When
Well, tell me.
I was kind of oblivious in high school to the hierarchy or whatever, because I really, end of this day, I don't give a fuck about it. I just thought, this is me. It don't matter if you were this way or that way. If you said something stupid, you said something fucking stupid. I'm gonna say you said something stupid. If you were this way or that way, and you said something cool. Hey, you said something cool.
So
You said something.
You fell into who you are earlier than I did, for sure. Then.
Yeah, because because when I was younger, like in elementary school, middle school, I was like bullied.
Really? What'd they say? I want to know. I want to use it against you.
I had a cowlick. I was unconfident.
They call you buckwheat? Kind of
No,
look like a buckwheat.
no. And then like around middle school, it was like, okay, I became the bully. And then I had an epiphany. It's like, relax, just be cool with everybody.
Was it just an epiphany, or did you have some kind of interaction that woke you up?
Yeah, I had to do with the lunch tray
Okay.
in middle school.
I'm gonna quit asking this guy these
And
questions.
I killed a kid.
and the cop was talking to me like in middle school. He's like, "Hey, if you do this,
We
in
brought this
3
iPad
more years."
in. We brought this iPad in so we could combat the crazy stuff Hunter says. But when he talks about his past, I can't Google.
There's no
anything.
Google search for that. That's all up here.
We could call the parents."
Nah, dude, it is kind of crazy.
I want to meet a 9-year-old Hunter. See what he's like.
Oh, he was
a
bullied.
mean ass little kid.
He was bullied, but he
Yeah.
would have been bullied some more.
I'm
'Cause I
talking
would have
about-
hopped on the train.
My 13-year-old, he probably would have got hit with a fucking lunch tray.
I don't
or a
believe it.
fucking
I don't believe it for a
I was
second.
allowed in school, right, until I get to high school. I was allowed to get suspended for fighting one time per year. That's what my parents told me. I was allowed to get suspended one time. I could
Your
pick and
parents
choose
give you allowance on fights.
because they not fights but suspended. I used it for fights,
Okay.
but they knew I was gonna I was a little troublemaker. Hey, gonna get in trouble one point or another. Get him one time. All right, son, it's okay. You shouldn't have done that. You're an idiot. Okay. Now it happened twice. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you
Okay.
doing?
Okay.
You know?
And I relate that too is the fact of like I wish my biggest complaint in high school is like I wish I would have been more like, hey, you pissed me off. All right, I'm about to leave your ass laying here in the hallway because I could have, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I was a big motherfucker,
Well,
bro.
not in high school because then they put you in handcuffs. and-
Yeah. About middle school, high school.
There was, like, a transition.
There wasn't many people in middle school that's gonna sit here and whip my in high school either.
Yeah.
Fuck these dudes, bro. But straight up, my biggest issue
There's
was
a
not
couple.
going to school. But but yeah, I do wish I could have went back and been more like a harder person. Like right now, I'm very a cool, easygoing guy. But at the end of the day, like I've learned over the years, like, hey, you take enough shit,
Yeah.
there's a line in the shit. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what snapped for me when I was bullied. And I just finally punched Kid in the mouth.
It is liberating.
And I was like, oh my God.
you realize how easy it is.
I didn't hear another
Just
word.
shut them up, bro.
And then after that, I was like, you know what? Anybody, anywhere. Can you get it? And then I was like, okay. Started getting in trouble and everything else. And I was like, all right. I just calmed down. Started playing football. Started wrestling. Got it out that way. I was like, you know what? Everybody's kind of cool.
Except
you know?
for a couple people.
Well, yeah. But then everybody realized they're not cool. And they don't fuck with them.
I feel like the people that are the biggest like assholes in high school though are the people that, well, that's the peak of their life. They might
Yeah.
not realize it then. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That they have hit their growth.
They peaked in high school. They always talk about, oh, back in the high school
Yeah.
days. I'll tell
They'll
you
be
what.
50 years old talking about their high school stories.
Yeah.
Like people give a shit.
Like you didn't have 30 years after that.
Like, yeah, bro, you aren't anything. Like it. What depicts you is life after, because you're still developing. High
Yeah.
school, middle school, whatever. You're still developing. What really, in my opinion, defines you as a person is what you do after. Yeah, people are gonna make mistakes. I made mistakes. You made mistakes. I'm sure you think you've made mistakes.
I've never once made a mistake.
I made a lot of mistakes.
Except for sitting next to that trash can. It's looking
Yeah.
weird.
That
I
trash
still
can.
remember their stares, dude. It hurt.
You
me.
should have hit somebody with that trash can. It's like prison. They gotta
I
make
was
a
in an
big
entire
scene.
gym, like, gymnasium. Who am I going to fight? The whole class?
Take them all on, bro.
All 1,000 kids
If I go
in
back,
there?
I really probably would take up that whole school on, bro. If it came,
Yeah.
I'll be a me. If I could go back in time with my same mindset,
You
I'd
guys
be
heard
a
it
me
first.
motherfucker.
23-year-old Dawson would fight a whole grade of
I
ninth
would,
graders.
I would fuck up an entire grade of ninth
How many
graders,
how many
bro.
ninth graders do you think it'd take to take you down?
It's gonna take about.
At least 12.
12?
I was thinking about
At least
20.
20?
It's gonna take about 20
Nah,
of them little
I'm saying
shits.
a dozen. You got to get a dozen
dozen?
ninth graders to bring me down.
And they're all barehanded,
'Cause I'll
right?
fight-
All
dirty.
barehanded, no weapons,
Nah,
just
12
bare hand.
12, 15-year-olds pull up on me, I'm fighting dirty.
Bro, I'm boom, bop, bop,
I'm poking eyes.
douche. I'm fucking them up, bro.
Yeah.
I'm doing whatever
That's all I know.
it takes.
Yeah.
Ooh, put me in ninth grade, coach. Put me in ninth grade.
We're not child abusers,
He's been
by the
watching
way.
Watch a lot of
Hazmat
you- yeah.
Chiav.
I've become him. Oh my god! Don't even get me started on this.
Different podcast.
You don't watch
The
UFC.
future
we'll get
of the
UFC
UFC.
one day.
What was his name? I missed it.
Hazmat. That's his
Hazmat?
name.
Chiav.
Chiav.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Russian dude. Oh,
I try to keep up with UFC,
Fucking
but there's just so
monster.
many
He's
fighters.
a hitman.
he literally would kill you.
I pick my favorites and I follow them.
Not if you have not if you have that thing on you.
Hey, I'm gonna quote our boy Simo. I've been feeling lately like I take some shit.
Oh, wait.
Right, I'm getting there.
Football update. Seattle just took the lead.
Well, shit.
It's a bad day.
shit!
It's a bad day.
Hey, hold
over
on.
here.
Wait.
I got Denver's defense.
It's
They ain't
live,
looking
brother.
too good.
It's live.
Look at them
Hey,
stats.
Russell Wilson, 7 for 10, 153, a touchdown.
What about Cortland?
Why has he only attempted 10 passes?
What about Cortland? Because they got two premier
That's what I
running
want to
backs.
see is Cortland Sutton.
Yeah, he doesn't have a catch. Jared Judy's leading receiver.
What does he got?
1 catch, 67 yards, 1 touchdown.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Broncos country. Let's ride into the fucking ditch.
All right.
I
back
bet
to the
they
podcast.
started playing Future. They were warming up. Did
That was-
You know, Russell Wilson dates. Or
He's
he's married
married.
to Future's ex-girlfriend.
His baby mama.
Yeah, Future, the rapper's baby mama.
So now wherever
Russell Wilson's taking care of Future's child.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Yes.
you know Future ain't.
He's too busy drinking that walk.
I just got 30 other ones. He's like, "What's your name, kid?" You
All
might
right, so
be mine.
Russell Wilson's wife.
Sierra, the singer.
They call her
Sierra.
C. You know, Future put in a song. He's still fucking.
He probably is.
Didn't he drop an album last year that was pretty good?
Yeah. Future's always good.
Future.
But it's funny because
Future's
anytime Russell Wilson
guy.
plays anybody,
they play
they
it
blast Future.
during warm ups.
It is the funniest
That's why you got that
thing.
Bose. That's why you got that sponsorship from Bose. The noise canceling. So he puts it on. He's just in his own world.
He's
Imagine
blocking
that.
out
You're
the
about to
future.
you're the NFL QB, but you know your wife got a different baby daddy, bro. To another rich ass dude, bro.
Hey,
Couldn't be me.
now I was reading something the other day. It was some kind of probably inspirational quote or like Instagram post or something, but it showed the situation that Will Smith had going on and the situation that Johnny Depp had going on, and it showed the text of it was, I don't think I could ever find anything about it. The text was, doesn't matter how successful you are, you have to choose the right partner in life, or else you will be
agreed.
screwed.
Agree.
Yeah.
Because those two guys are crazy successful.
Yeah, but Johnny Depp.
the
fought
partner
it.
they chose.
Johnny Depp's the first man in history to win an argument with a woman. And Will Smith is going out there slapping comedians
before his woman.
for his woman that wanted Tupac. And even his daughter was writing letters to Tupac.
And it's not about picking the right woman. It's about picking, like on either side, it's about picking the partner that will suit you and benefit you properly.
I think it's more of this.
Loyal.
I'm missing some more. I feel like I'm always one of these controversial takes, you know? People gonna hate me. But I do feel like
Let it out.
in today's society, take this how you want it. Okay. Women, if they can control you, they will control you. And I do believe when you give up that control, it's one, like I get it. You're supposed to protect your woman. We're a man, you know, to a certain degree. You know, some guy smacks your
don't
girl's
need
ass out in
protecting.
public. What are you gonna do? You're gonna fight that guy.
You know what? We need Andrew Tate's theme song playing.
We do.
For the edit
We
now.
do.
What he's saying
I'm
there.
feeling a little Tate-ish right now,
I
bro.
didn't know he had a theme song.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
I've only watched his clips. I've never watched anything he personally put out.
it's on all of his clips. But yeah, you know, a woman expects you to protect her, be there for her, support her. She needs supporting, and this isn't all women. Not trying to classify, but as a whole. And as soon as you give up your masculine, you know, control in a sense, shit turns sideways, bro.
Well, I think it works the same way too. If a lot of if men can control, they will. I think it works the same. What I think what Logan was trying to say about the finding somebody that's compatible is you got to find somebody who is a aware individual, and it's a give and take. It's a push or pull. Like she might take control over this in a certain situation, and you do the same in a different situation. It's a push and pull. It's not opposite ends of the spectrum. It's that median. It's that perfect balance.
Okay,
It's like y'all's zodiac sign. It's the scale.
it's a balance.
What is it called?
And
What-
Libra.
It's a Libra.
And I do
Libra.
agree, it is a balance, but I just think in majority, you know,
Well, in today's time, masculinity is persecuted.
it is. And it's like when people think that you need to go into a situation of like, it's like chivalry died. You always heard that thing, like, oh, chivalry's dead.
I've
Men
been
are
hearing
shit.
that since I was 5.
Exactly. And now I feel like it's developed into chivalry's dead, and now men are pusses. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want to do
Well,
shit.
who killed chivalry?
The Revolutionary War when we won.
That made it better.
I was just saying that because you brought it up like 4 times.
And this
in
has nothing to do with
one podcast.
it has nothing to do with like, oh, a man can do
5
more than
now.
a woman. It's not that. It's like the fact of like when a woman, not everyone, but like they come into a relationship and they're expecting this of their man, but then you know you're not giving shit back. And once you start doing everything they expect, and they're not giving it back, but like they have that power over you. Because I've heard this like from my grandfather. We shared the same grandfather. He told me this.
Pappy.
Nothing can ruin a man's life quicker than a woman. And tell me how that's not a wrong saying.
You know what they say in Peaky Blinders?
I haven't watched
Fast women and slow nags will ruin your fucking life.
it. Fast women is slow what?
Nags.
Like a
Nags?
horse. A horse.
Oh, okay.
Today's
Okay.
time is cars.
Because you want that. Everyone's looking for that perfect partner, man, woman, whatever. And it's like you don't do it consciously. It's almost a self-conscious or a subconscious thing.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you fall into this role that is, no matter what time period you're in, there's a role for man, there's a role for woman, and it changes. But when you fall into what that role is supposed to be, like, you've already messed up. Like you said, it's about partnership and this and that.
I think
Yeah.
a lot of it too is you shouldn't have expectations when you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
If you
It should come.
expect something of the other person, you're already in the wrong.
Well,
Don't
it depen-
expect of them.
It depends, though. When you start getting serious, if you're in that talking stages, you're in that just start dating,
It's nothing.
then you shouldn't expect, because your expectations will lead to arguments and everything. But once
Well-
you're in a committed relationship where you are looking for a fiance or a wife or a husband, right? There is expectations. You have to uphold this. You have to do
I don't
this.
think
and
there's
it
a
has
have to.
Well, then it really doesn't
You
work
won't
out.
be happy eventually.
Okay, but so let me put a scenario in place. So say you just worked your 9 to 5. Every day that you get off from your 9 to 5, your significant other has dinner ready to go. Say something happened one specific
Well, does she
day.
work? Because if she worked, then maybe I'll make dinner
Yeah.
when I come home.
But say this expectation's already put in place to you where when you get home, dinner's already ready to go. And so one day when you get home, say something happened to a kid and they had to handle that, and so they weren't able to cook dinner.
Then I'll make dinner.
And then you get home and you've seen this plenty of times where they're like, well, where's my dinner? What do you do?
Yeah.
So then you came in with an expectation, and because it wasn't met, you blow up
Well,
and you get mad and you lash out.
But I mean, having dinner. What I mean by expectations is not.
I thought that was a metaphor,
It-
though.
it's-
yeah, I was trying to say a situation.
I know, but I don't agree with him. I think.
He slipped it in.
I don't agree with that
I
metaphor.
don't agree with that, but anyway.
No, I'm
Fine,
going,
Dawson's
I'm, going,
here.
I'm going back on it. It's not an expectations of a task that has to be done. It's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about emotionally. I'm talking about physically. I'm talking about because to have something like that, you have to be emotionally and everything together like this. I'm not talking about tasks that need to be done, right? Because there's exceptions. There's stuff that happens. It's fucking life.
Okay.
But
So you're not saying anything superficial.
no, but for like, I'm not gonna use me an example, but
Not do it.
another dude I know, right?
Nah, I don't
Another
believe
dude
it.
I know,
Hunter,
right?
Hunter Peace. This is who we're talking about.
I'm always constant. I'm always there. I'm always, this will happen, this will happen. Not as far as doing the task, but emotionally there, like that, right?
Okay.
And I can't speak the same for a girlfriend or this or a woman with a different dude, how they act and stuff, because it's a partnership. You have to find the perfect partnership that works with you. It's a lot more than task. It's about emotions. It's about feeling comfortable, life, working out. It's like your day-to-day schedule. It works out better, not from task, but he's secure right here. I can lean on him. Or I'm not secure here. I can lean on her.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about when it comes to expectations of if you're going to marry, if you're getting in a serious committed relationship. That's an expectation that should happen.
So you see two halves making a whole.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It's not, you do this, I do that.
That is the end goal.
You know?
It's hard to find.
I'm not married, so I don't know.
I've been married a couple times.
Married and divorced. I left space there because I knew someone was going to say,
Never really worked out. No.
I got 3 rings.
Yeah,
Never
we're all
played a game
talking.
of
We're all
football.
talking. Never even been married, never been engaged.
Yeah, take
Oh,
what we say
hey,
with a
but
grain of
We're
salt.
That's how
relationship
we-
experts.
We are probably. I don't know, say that.
Take what we say with a grain of salt. I'll say it again.
On everything we say.
Yeah, or listen to it and have a better fucking life.
Hey, but y'all got anything else to add on that?
I mean, I could sit here all day and hate on Hunter, but
I got one. I got one thing
Now.
to say.
Let's chime in, brother.
Go Steelers.
What the fuck was that?
Our neighbors have dogs.
But we gotta go put down a dog outside.
That means we gotta
Let's
go let the
go.
dog out.
All right, guys. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed episode 12.
I really did. I learned a lot about you guys.
Too much thought.
Yeah, you learned I sat next to a trash can.
I kind of already knew that.
We learned Logan was bullied. He was the bully.
I didn't say I was bullied.
Hey,
I put myself there.
I was
I
a bully. I was bullied, and I became the bully.
Hunter was bullied. I put myself next to a trash can. Dawson just
I just
apparently.
existed. in this
Dawson wants to go
spectrum.
beat up
Dawson was-
underage children.
Dawson was
wanna
fighting
fight him.
police officers.
Put 10 ninth graders in a ring with me and let's see what happens. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, next episode, tell us who you think will win. My money's on the ninth graders.
We're live streaming it.
Yeah.
All right, so next episode, Dawson's gonna fight 9th, 10th graders, and then me and Hunter are gonna
Make
have
it
a
10.
boxing match.
Oh, we're having a boxing match.
Yeah, me and you are gonna have a boxing match to lighten it up. I'm
Okay.
gonna win.
I like my
No hard
Hunters.
feelings when you lose.
None.
All right.
Well, if you say something, we gotta follow through. And then we gotta find 9 or 10 ninth graders to fight Dawson.
Hey, if any 9th graders watch this
Probably on
podcast,
the Hunters roster.
leave a comment. Say you're down to fight Dawson. It's an easy dub. Just slide up. So that's episode 12.
Shit. Let's go.
Thank
See
you
y'all
guys for
next
tuning
week.
in.
Episode 13. Da-da-da-da.
Deuces.